Hey, fans of the MCU, those few who remain, we have a Marvel rumor that might drive you insane. Cynthia Erivo says that she wants to play Storm. And yes, folks, though many may scorn, we must say that we're willing to take a look at it, to perhaps put it under the microscope of reality. And you might like what we have to say. You might even adore it. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Pro Channel. We, as ever, endeavor to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve. It's what we do every day, despite the fact that the Holly Weirds cannot understand how we do what we do, but we do it for you. Click the like button, folks, and we'll talk about why Kevin Feige might actually not even go for this one. Price of Reason has this one, and it says, Cynthia Erivo says she wants to play Storm in X-Men. Do you think she's a good fit? Of course, Cynthia Erivo is the star of Wicked. Here is what she had to say.
Is there another dream role out there that you want to manifest right here, right now?
I really want to play Storm. I know it sounds frivolous, but I think we haven't uncovered how grand she is and all of that inner turmoil that she has. So I think there's a world in which we could, do something like that.
She wants to be Wolverine plus Storm, clearly.
Anybody with nails and rings like that who says it might be frivolous is kind of, revealing more than she intended.
Yeah,
and I don't. If she ever comes up against Magneto,
I don't think we want human skeletons to Storm at all. I think that doesn't work.
I think I put in the private chat. I think Tom Connors and the girls of Toxic Femme. I think we figured out her next role.
Hang on, we're pulling up right now.
Just a second.
Oh, my. Oh, geez, Louise. Now, that is something scary.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, if you're Kevin Feige and if you're the MCU, if you're Marvel, here's something scary. The idea that she is going to get that spot. I think in this case, even Feige is going to have to say no. And here's why. Take a look at this. It's out of yourweb.com. It says, Wicked fans spot tension between Cynthia Erivo's girlfriend, Lena Waithe, and Ariana Grande at Golden Globes. And I want you to just see this image here. And here's the problem. Here is the problem with having Cynthia Erivo be your star as Storm, who we believe, by the way, is going to be the focus of the future Wakanda movies. How relatable is Cynthia Erivo to potential MCU fans? You need someone to drive. Derek, why, though? Tell us why. And by the way, as we look at this, let me just identify.
She flipped out over a fan edit of a Wicked poster. She flipped out over that. You think she can handle the Marvel Cinematic Universe's fans? Are you kidding me? There's no way in the world she can handle these people. Okay, if she's going to get upset over a fan edit Wicked poster, there's no chance she's ready for this. So, no, I don't think she's not anywhere close to Storm. I wouldn't want her as Storm anyway, besides that. But I just don't think she's built for this universe. She's a a Broadway singer. I think she's basically been doing Broadway most of her career. It's just not for her, okay? Comic book superhero fans, they're way worse than Wicked fans, okay? And they will chew her up and spit her out. So you got to knock this off, Cynthia Erivo, okay? This isn't you. This ain't your thing.
She doesn't have the emotional the emotional maturity to go into this. A lot of these people are been so coddled and so enveloped in their little bubbles that they've never actually had legitimate criticism. So I take your point well, Derek, and I agree with you 100%. I just you have got to stop kicking yourself before you get started, and you cannot hire people like Rachel Zegler or all of these emotionally immature actors and actresses, because they will destroy whatever product you're trying to put together. And again, they can't help themselves. Rachel Zegler's the primary example, of course, but there are many, many others out there that say dumb things almost every day, at least once a week. And you cannot have somebody like Cynthia Erivo in that environment. So, Derek, you're 100% right, dude.
Well, let me show you the relatability issue here. And I don't want to get into, divisiveness too much, but from left to right, we've got Lena Waithe, who is the girlfriend of Cynthia Erivo, Ben Falcone, Melissa McCarthy, Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande. And this is the kind of, crew that you would be using to promote Storm and Wakanda if you had Cynthia Erivo. And while that may win with Wicked, I just don't think that this is going to be an easy fit for the MCU. Like, I think that there's a lot of baggage that Cynthia would bring with her into the MCU that just is insurmountable. And I can think of at least 100, no, add a 0. I can think of at least 1,000 people who'd be better at playing Storm. Anyone disagree on that one?
Oh, no disagreement there. There's a lot more actresses out there that would be perfect for Storm. I like Anna Diop. I think Anna Diop, she played, what was the character? In the Titans, DC Titans, she played Starfire. She looked great as Starfire. And I think she would, she's not really Starfire, obviously, he's a race swap Starfire, but she looked great, just as a superhero. So she already has that background. I would love to see her as Storm. She fits the bill. She looks like Storm, and she has an African background, which Storm definitely has. So I would love to see Anna Diop as Storm. That would be perfect.
Derek, I was hoping that you would jump over and like mention like Sydney Sweeney as Storm. I think I think that's a good choice right there. If race swap's okay, I mean, might as well go for the gusto.
Yeah, why not, right?
Well, I'll tell you who I would like, and I know that
right on
working for Disney, Rosario Dawson. That to me, that's the best cast you can do for Storm.
Actually, that would be pretty great.
But Storm should be like, again, she in the original iterations of her character, she was always of darker skin.
Yeah, and not like this big. I mean, she had a little heft to her.
Exactly. Like, so
what about somebody like Naomi Harris then? Is that
somebody that looks like a Naomi Harris. Yeah, I think age is going to come into factor when it comes to recasting, because you need somebody that can play this character for the next decade. So I would get somebody in there, early to mid or late 20s to mid 30s, somewhere in that range. I think would be solid, a good age to pick someone.
And Cynthia's about to hit the 40 mark.
And if she weren't already playing what is her name from the Wakanda Forever movies, Lupita Nyong'o would be, I think, a great Storm.
Lupita would be good too, yeah.
She's got just enough presence. She can play vulnerable, but she can also play strong. I mean, she's playing like a 300-year-old butt eyes alien, or whatever you want to call it, in Force Awakens. She has the range in order to hit all the notes that you have to hit in order to play Storm, who grew up on the streets of Cairo, was treated as a goddess in Africa, and then comes and is a student at Xavier's school and is a leader, a bit melodramatic leader of the X-Men. I think that is one where I think Lupita Nyong'o would probably do a pretty good job in that role.
Yeah, I could go for that for sure. But like I said, there's 1,000 that we can come up with that I think would be better than Cynthia. And I don't want to be mean to Cynthia. I think she's done an incredibly poor job of marketing Wicked. I think that it's cost them $200 million. How weird, how strange the marketing has been between her and Ariana Grande. And so, Michelle, I want to ask you, is it your sense that maybe that, like, I don't know, is the Wicked marketing where they're crying all the time and they're kind of infantile in how they walk each other out, and hold hands, and anything that's said is the most soul touching moment ever. Is that some kind of thing that's working for a female audience that I don't know about and I don't understand?
No, I think everyone I've heard, like even like my niece, like the Gen Z generation, like they have found it kind of well, I mean, there's X amount that it probably worked with, let's be real. But a lot of people, I think, just found it like so weird it was funny. Like they found it entertaining to watch the two of them because it was just, I mean, when have you ever seen a press junket circle like this? It was weird. I mean, culture. No, I need to go that way. Culture, you can hold my finger, like. There we go. There we go.
What's fascinating is at the Golden Globes, they were mocked Ariana
They
Grande.
were, yeah.
They were right next to each other, and they were mocked for this, but they reenacted the weird finger thing.
Hmm.
So I think they're trying to turn it around. I don't think they've got the charm to turn that around in any way.
Well, and I think the bottom line is as DA has rightfully said, it is different with, I think, a Marvel project. With Wicked, we all, like people like me and Steph who love the play Wicked, we rolled our eyes, we laughed, we made fun of it, but at the end of the day, we wanted to see what they did with Wicked. And at the end of the day, they were very faithful in their adaptation of Wicked. So people didn't really care what they were doing. We just kind of laughed at it.
You know,
Well,
one name
I
we
still
haven't
think-
brought into this is, oh, sorry, go ahead, Lou.
I was just going to say the big test on Wicked is what happens to part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Will this have engendered enough interest a year from now for people to want to rush out and see it the way they did this? We shall see.
And that's a great question, and I would agree with you. I don't think part 2 is going to have the same kind of numbers, and I think that a lot of people probably didn't realize they were walking into part 1 of a part 2 thing.
Right.
And there's a lot of new garbage that's going to be inserted in part 2 that, that they had to stuff in there in order to get a part 2. Because, if you go and see this in real life, it's a little over 3 hours of entertainment. And if you go and see this in a movie and it comes out to be 6 hours, you're going to be like, what? And there's going to be a lot of what moments for people in part 2. So I think it could be a turn on.
I've never seen the original
Musical.
Wicked. Michelle, is the second half going to be, what is the second half better than the first half or worse than the first? Does it get better or does it get worse? Or what's going to happen?
The first half has the most memorable song, being Defying Gravity. It literally ends on a high note.
I've always thought, Michelle, the first half of Wicked is way stronger than the second half.
Yes, the second half is very sweet. Women will appreciate that aspect. It is very it's very sweet, but it's not as strong as the first half. No.
The second half
they
is just
break it?
tying up the loose ends of the first half.
Did they break it at the
Basically.
intermission from the stage show, or did they break
Yes.
it further on? Or okay, all right, well.
All right, folks. Well, we shall see if Cynthia Erivo breaks the MCU or not right now. And this is a change from in the past. We think Kevin Feige might actually have the position to say, no, we're not going to do this. It's crazy. Unfortunately, for 3 phases, the response was a little hazy. Good night, game over, drive home safely. Folks, this video is done. But before we all head home, we only ask one thing. Folks, as you get ready to head on out, consider clicking that like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below and share your thoughts, for a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Waste not that beautiful personality of yours. And folks, we would say as you get ready to head out the door, that it has been an honor to spend time with you, an attitude of gratitude each and every time that you elect to join together with us. Breaking bread and breaking entertainment, well, the industry. No, we like entertainment. It's the industry that irks us sometimes. Well, it was a good time. We hope you had a good time. Folks, until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.